Fox 6 News, because you matter.
President Obama added a morning news conference to his schedule today, answering questions on topics from Benghazi to Boston.
He also warned the Syrian regime not to cross the so-called red line. Fox's Craig Boswell explains what that is and wraps up the president's remarks from Washington.
On the Syrian civil war, President Obama says the use of chemical weapons by the Assad regime would force him to rethink a range of options, but would not define what that means militarily.
That is a game changer because what that portends is potentially even more devastating attacks on civilians.
The administration believes chemical weapons were recently used in the two-year conflict that has killed 70,000 civilians. The president says the U.S. will remain the largest donor of humanitarian aid while investigating the possible use of sarin. The investigation into the attack on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi last year continues too, and the president says survivors are not being blocked from testifying.
I'm not familiar with it.
Mr. Obama was very direct on renewing his efforts to close the military-run prison at Guantanamo, calling it a recruitment tool for extremists.
Guantanamo is not necessary to keep America safe.
He was critical of Republicans and the across-the-board sequester spending cuts, referencing recent FAA furloughs, but was optimistic about bipartisan work on immigration reform legislation.
And that's going to be a historic achievement, and I've been very complimentary of the efforts of both Republicans and Democrats.
Those remarks come 2 days before President Obama's planned trip to Mexico. He also admitted some glitches in the implementation of the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, but says much of it is already in place. At the White House, Craig Boswell, Fox News.
5:30 right now.